Hi everybody. Really tired this morning. It's a nice quiet morning so far. Had to put my collar on because things wanted to start talking to me and people didn't want to listen, so I guess it happens. Usually when someone tells you that something wants you out, you usually don't stay there. I mean, that would make sense, right? I guess not to some people. I mean, I understand wanting to get your footage and stuff, but same time, if it's a demonic entity, you don't want to risk it. Especially shadow men, I've dealt with them many a times. They're not fun. 5 hours later, the one I dealt with, one was gone in 5 hours. Now imagine like 8 or 9 of them. It's take a long time to get rid of them. But yeah, just having one of those days, having a little ranting session. My whole day's been nothing but stress and whatever else people decide to throw at me today. I tell people things for their own well-being, and it's just like, oh, okay, thanks for your input. I mean, really, like, what's stuff like that worth to you? Losing your own mind because something took it over? I've dealt with it, been there, watched it happen. Watched somebody get possessed, and I'm the one that had to deal with it. And it sucked. 5 hours later, thank goodness my cousin doesn't remember a thing. I see I have one person on here, but I think I have one person on here. Not sure. I mean, if anybody's having paranormal issues, if anybody wants to talk about them, hit me up on my YouTube channel, and I'll give you the best of my knowledge of what I can do for you. I've helped multiple people, actually. Not even having to be there. To me, the paranormal is not about getting it on tape. Sometimes it'd be nice, but I'd rather not mess with them. They're, they might be deceased, but some of them are negative. Some of them are spirits that are just stuck in between. And sometimes it's best just to leave well enough alone. Now, yes, if they're bothering people, then somebody should go in and, deal with it. But that's why, when I go in, I don't just say, I don't ask them a billion questions because it takes so much energy for them to answer you. That's why most people only get like half of an EVP recording, because it just takes so much energy out of them just to get like 1 or 2 words out. A lot of people don't realize how much energy it actually takes. Like, for a spirit to knock something off of like your table or something, even to move something. I mean, like, trying to think how to word this. A spirit or a ghost or even a demonic entity, they all feed off of different energies. like, if you're chaotic, that's what you're gonna get. I mean, like, people have, had, like, relatives that have passed away that, they come back to check on them every now and again, and, like, they'll move little things, like, people don't think about, they'll just move random little things around, and, it's like, oh, I didn't put that there, but somebody apparently wanted it there. I mean, it's just so much, and people just, I don't know. I don't go looking for ghosts anymore. If they need to talk to me, they usually come find me. Unfortunately, that's why this little thing right here is like my best friend. It keeps away the demonic entities and negative energies that try to get to me. Which is why it's like the best thing that I love so much. It was actually given to me as a gift. And when I get overwhelmed with negative or demonic energy, I put it on and it just takes it all away. And I really, like, a lot of these shows nowadays, like Ghost Hunters and all this other stuff, like, I stopped watching it because people don't realize you can open portals anywhere, anyway, and a lot of people don't know how to close them. They just don't. But it's like it's probably about 6 o'clock in the morning for me now. So, I'm just gonna go to bed. Hopefully, check on my friends in the morning when I wake up, make sure everybody's okay. I just know when things are yelling at me and telling me to tell them to get out and leave, there's a reason behind it. Things don't just come find me to just come find me. Like, there's a reason behind it. Oh, yes, a lot of negative entities don't want you where you are because they think you're there to kick them out. It's not pleasant when you do have to go remove something. It is like the least experience you would ever want to hear about. I mean, I walked in my aunt's house and literally got shoved right back out the door by a negative entity, which turned out to be a shadow man. And that sucked. It was literally like I ran into a brick wall and could not go any further. I have another spiritual being that resides in me, and she had to take over just so I could get past him to help my cousin. But I guess the way I should be looking at it is, hopefully people won't get hurt. Hopefully the negative entities won't strike out at them and won't hurt them, because, I don't want to ever see anybody get hurt over a demonic entity or even a negative entity. I mean, negative energy is around us all the time, and just a lot of people don't pick up on it right away until it's too late. But that's gonna sum it up for me today. Might pop back on later. Like I said, if you have any questions or anything like that, just put a comment in my video, or at the end, at my video, and I'll get back to you just as soon as I can. Thanks, guys. Have a good night or day, depending on where you're at. Mine's gonna be a good morning / good night, because I have yet to go to bed. So, thank you guys to all of the followers I have. I appreciate every single one of you, and good night.